Can you hear me? Nope.
.37. Very bad. Very, 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 very bad.
Tony's
Yep.
gotta be in trouble now.
Okay.
We begin Fox 5 News at 10 with breaking news. A heavy police presence at an RV park off Boulder Highway tonight. The incident forced part of the highway to shut down for part of the night. Police tell us it started with a traffic stop on a stolen truck. Fox 5's Tiana Bonner is live at the scene. Tiana, what are you seeing there right now?
Well, Faith, the highway is back open right now, but take a look. Police still on scene. They have had the entrance to this RV park still closed. We've noticed, though, at least 4 tow trucks lining up. Now, we spoke to one person who lives inside and saw it all. He tells us this RV park is owned by Arizona Charlie's, the casino next door. He also showed us about an hour's worth of cell phone video capturing the whole thing. The video starts showing a semi-truck driving recklessly through the community. Police laid down spike strips blocking the entrance. The suspect in the semi kept driving around, hitting other cars, a building, trailers, and police cruisers. Now, according to police, the suspect got out of the semi and tried to run away, but was caught and arrested. Now, we don't know any more details about the suspect, but again, police telling us within the last 15 minutes, this all started with a traffic stop on a stolen car. Reporting live, Tiana Bonner, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
Tiana, thank you, and stay with Fox 5 for updates on this story. We'll bring you any new information as soon as we learn more.
Members of the Tree of Life Synagogue, conducting a peaceful service in their place of worship, were brutally murdered by a gunman targeting them simply because of their faith.
11 people were killed and several others were injured in a hate-fueled shooting rampage at a Pittsburgh synagogue. Federal prosecutors arrested and charged Robert Bowers with obstructing the exercise of religious beliefs resulting in death. Officials say Bowers was armed with an assault rifle and at least 3 handguns. The FBI said he was not known to law enforcement before the shooting. Tonight, President Trump ordered flags flown at half-staff at federal buildings in solemn respect for the victims. A spokesperson for the Anti-Defamation League in Nevada sent us this statement saying, "We are devastated for the families and community in Pittsburgh, and we feel their pain. ADL Nevada remains in active communication with our law enforcement partners. Now more than ever, we must stand together and remain united in addressing anti-Semitism and hate in all forms." Coming up in the next half hour, we'll have more on the suspect and the precautions being made across the country. Metro Police are investigating an officer-involved shooting that left 1 man dead in the southwest part of the valley. It happened this morning near Robindale and Lindell. Police say they got a call about a suspicious person just after midnight. When officers arrived, they found the suspect with some sort of weapon in his hand. Police say they tried to get him to lower the weapon. He refused and came towards the officers. 2 officers shot at the suspect. He died at the scene. Police will release more information in the coming days. Metro Police are looking for 2 suspects they say shot and killed a man in the northeast part of the valley. It happened near Pecos and Haddock, just north of Cary. According to police, witnesses heard fighting outside, followed by multiple gunshots. Then they found an 18-year-old man lying in the road and 2 men leaving the scene. The man was taken to UMC, where he later died. North Las Vegas police are also investigating a deadly shooting. It happened near Civic and Cheyenne just before 10 last night. Police say they found a 20-year-old man dead from an apparent gunshot wound. Officers say the victim was outside an apartment when a suspect started shooting. That suspect is still on the loose. Police think the shooting is not a random act of violence. If you know anything in either case that can help police, call Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555. The vice president headlined a campaign rally for congressional candidate Crescent Hardy. He's the latest in a string of high-profile politicians to stump in Nevada ahead of Election Day. Fox 5's Abby Tetros has more from the rally at the Venetian.
As Las Vegas knows all too well, what happened in Pittsburgh today was not just criminal. It was evil. An attack on innocent Americans and an assault on our freedom of religion.
Before Vice President Mike Pence rallied for congressional candidate Crescent Hardy, he addressed Saturday morning's deadly shooting at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh.
There is no place in America for violence or anti-Semitism, and this evil must end.
Pence pivoted the conversation to the midterms, calling this election crucial for the Republican Party.
It's really about the fate and the control of the Congress of the United States. And it's about whether or not we're going to have a Republican Speaker of the House working shoulder to shoulder with President Trump to move this nation forward, or whether Nancy Pelosi's going to be Speaker of the House.
The vice president's visit comes 1 week after President Trump stumped for Republican candidates in Elko. The administration is working around the clock to maintain a majority in the House.
I understand that I work for you, the people of the state of Nevada, and this nation. That I put you first, move forward in the direction that you would have me move.
Hardy is running for Nevada's 4th congressional district against Democrat Stephen Horsford. And it's not their first face-off. Hardy beat Horsford in 2014. During Saturday's speech, Hardy focused on his work ethic and family values.
And we want to elect someone who understands of the people, by the people, for the people. And I am that individual.
After this morning's rally, Pence made a quick trip to Carson City for another rally in support of Senator Dean Heller and Attorney General Adam Laxalt. Now that temperatures have been cooling off, more hikers are hitting trails across the valley. It also means rescuers are getting more calls for missing people. Scott Hayes has spent more than 2,000 hours volunteering with Red Rock Search and Rescue.
It is deceptive out here when people are walking. It is super easy to just start wandering around. You're looking at the sights. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful out here or any of the other areas in southern Nevada. And all of a sudden you turn around to go back, and which way is back? Or maybe you went further than the water you had or something like that.
Red Rock Search and Rescue also reminds hikers to always have water and appropriate clothing with them. Police are teaming up to make sure our roads are safe as more pedestrians are outside during the cooler weather. On Tuesday, Metro, CCSD Police, and NHP are hosting the annual Pumpkin in the Crosswalk. Police will ticket anyone driving too fast or recklessly near an officer dressed like a pumpkin. According to police, there's been 9 pedestrian fatalities just in October. This year, officers will be at Decatur near Desert Inn. It's the last weekend of October, but this is some of the warmest weather we've seen all month. So, Les, how long is this going to last?
Well, here's the good news for you, Faith. It continues tomorrow into Tuesday and Monday, and then by the time we get into Tuesday, now we're going to start to see the temperatures going in a downward direction. But even when it does start to go down, all we're going to be hitting is seasonal temperatures. So we're going to continue this trend of very decent weather for the next couple of days. Right now, as you take a look, we've got 69 degrees, the south-southwest wind at 5 miles per hour, and the humidity, it's at 29%. 67 in Summerlin right now, 66 in North Las Vegas, 68 at Nellis, 65 in Henderson, and Anthem 65, and in Southern Highlands at 65 degrees. As we take a look at Pahrump this evening, 60, 66 at Primm, and 73 at Laughlin. We hit a high today of 83 degrees. 76 is our normal daytime high. The record on the state back in 1937, we hit 92 degrees. So this is a look at what our futurecast shows us in terms of clouds and the radar. As you can see, pretty quiet through most of Sunday. As we get on into Monday, we'll start to see a little more cloud coming into the Las Vegas Valley. Still get some good sunny breaks. And then as we move on into Tuesday, we see the skies clearing quite nicely. And then as we move on into the middle of the week, well, of course, Halloween comes Wednesday evening, and we should have a great evening in store for the kids. In terms of what you have for the next couple of days, we got a warm Sunday. Midweek, we're going to start to pick up some winds, and we're going to be back into the 70s by the time we get into Tuesday. By the time we come back here in a couple of minutes from now, we'll talk a little bit more about our weather ahead for the next week, and we can tell you that it's looking pretty darn nice as we say goodbye to October and welcome in November. Faith, back to you.
Thanks, Les. You saw it right here on Fox 5. The Boston Red Sox took Game 4 of the World Series 9-6, giving them a commanding series lead of 3-1 over the Dodgers. Vince Sapienza is here in studio with a recap.
Yeah, Faith, you just call them the Boston Riley Sox. The Dodgers, fresh off their historic 18-inning win in Game 3 early this morning, jumped out to a 4-0 lead after 6 innings in Game 4. But Boston, with those magic beans, rallied to score 3 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and then 5 more in the 9th to get 1 win away from a World Series championship. Now, if LA wants to continue their series and push this thing back to Boston, they're going to have to win tomorrow night for Game 5, which first pitch is set for 5:15. And guess where you can watch that, Faith? Right here on Fox 5. We'll have more of a recap and reaction coming up a little later in the hour in sports.
All right, we'll see if the Dodgers can come back. Vince, thank you. If you missed a story or want to rewatch one, just download the Fox 5 app. We've got all our videos, and you can watch the newscast live. The Fox 5 app is free in the App Store. The Rebels' losing streak now stands at 5. Coming up, highlights and reaction from San Jose. Plus, Vince Sapienza has an injury update on Golden Knights forward Max Pacioretty. Valley runners took steps today toward putting an end to Alzheimer's. We'll take a look inside the annual walk that raised thousands of dollars. Hundreds of runners came out in full force today to raise awareness and funds to fight Alzheimer's. Fox 5's own John Huck emceed the Memory Walk at Town Square to raise money for Alzheimer's care, support, and research here in Las Vegas.
Rallying the community against something as bad as Alzheimer's is going to take a lot of awareness, and these events raise awareness, get people out here, get them active, get them talking about it. That's really the solution to finding a cure.
This year's walk in Las Vegas raised more than $200,000.
Welcome to Fox 5 Sports. I'm Vince Sapienza. Well, here we are. The Rebels officially hitting rock bottom. 2 wins in 8 games, 0-4 in the Mountain West, and for the third time in the last 4 weeks, the UNLV defense gave up 50-plus points. Most recently today on the road against the previously winless San Jose State Spartans. So let's go to NorCal, see how it shook out. It was another strong start for UNLV after a Dalton Baker interception. The Rebel offense marched down the field, and Max Gillum caps the drive with a 6-yard QB keeper, 7-0 UNLV. But here come the Spartans, second quarter tied at 7. Josh Love finds his tight end Josh Oliver. San Jose State would go up 10 late in the quarter, then still in the second. Tony Sanchez told me this week they wanted to get more of an effort to get the ball in the hands of Tylee Collins, and I would say mission accomplished. Gillum to Collins, 75 yards and a Rebel touchdown. Very next possession, it's the true freshman again getting the shovel pass for his second score of the half, but UNLV trailed at the break 24-21. Third quarter, Love showing all kinds of love to everybody. 4 TD tosses for the junior to 4 different receivers. San Jose State go up 38-21 in the third, and as impressive as the Spartans look today, no one had a better stat line than Tylee Collins, number 9, finishing with 9 catches, $170 through the air, and 4 scores. No better than that one right there, showing skill and speed. UNLV would get within 10, but in catch-up mode in the fourth quarter, Gillum throws a 50-yard pick six. That would do it for the Rebels. San Jose State get win number 1. UNLV lose their 5th straight. Kevin Bollinger has more from the 50-37 loss.
Thank you, Vince. San Jose State came into this game averaging just over 20 points a game. The Rebels gave up 50 to the Spartans. Right now for the UNLV defense, the struggle is real.
Well, there's 4 games left and we need 4 games, so we start tomorrow. Everybody's got to go in with a positive attitude. It's not something that can't be done. We can do it. We just really need to believe and huddle inside of ourselves.
We got to treat all our opponents the same and act like every game is our biggest game. So we got to act like we got Fresno State next. We got to act like Fresno State's the best team we're going to play all year and just get ready for them.
It's tough offensive when you feel like you got to be perfect to win a game. You know, you can't waste a possession. You got to score every time. You know, defensively, we're going to have to figure out how to create some stops, how to create some more turnovers. And, you know, special teams, we did some decent things tonight.
It's back to the drawing board and a tough next opponent as Fresno State comes to Sam Boyd next Saturday. With the Rebels in San Jose, Kevin Bollinger, Fox 5 News Local, Las Vegas.